Stop wasting time or be filled with regret. Cue the music. First of all, I want to thank Clark Ketley because he opened my eyes on something, and I'm almost embarrassed because it's something that I thought about very little, and that's time. But what he brought up was 32,850 days. And what it meant was we have 32,850 days from birth to 90. And when I thought of that, I really did think that that wasn't very much. Because when we're younger, we think that we have all the time in the world. We have time. Don't worry about it. We can wait. And we do a lot of procrastination, never really getting around to what's really important to us. We never do that. And I was really disgusted with myself with how much time I wasted. So many things I wanted to do, so many things I wanted to accomplish, and yet I wasted time. Either I didn't have the drive or the ambition to move forward, or I let a lot of other things distract me. I'm a huge fan of football. And obviously, if you watch football or are familiar with football, you know that there's 4 quarters. And so what I did was that our earning years, I divided it up into quarters. I've heard other people divide it up into quarters using other examples, but my example is football. And in football, there are 4 quarters. The way I divide it up is I look at our age from birth until about the age 25. And from birth to 25, that would be like the preseason. It's a preseason or pregame, just getting ready, starting to get yourself a little bit of knowledge. You go through grade school, you get to college, and you start to pick up some sort of foundation. What will be your field of study? You start thinking about, what am I going to do with my life? What type of career am I going to have? The next phase is from 25 to 35. So that is the first quarter. You're in your job, you're in your career, and you are trying to have some upward mobility. So you have from 25 to 35 as the first quarter. Then you have from 35 to 45 as the second quarter. Continuing, you have from 45 to 55 as the third quarter, and from 55 to 65 is the fourth quarter. Beyond 65 is considered overtime. Now with that, we have to consider where we are in our life as far as those 40 years, those 4 decades of earning potential. Now, a lot of people do a lot in preseason in the early years, and they get off to a roaring start financially. And some people get off to a very, very slow start financially. And others have to resort to overtime. Have you seen anybody having to work paycheck to paycheck after age 65? Well, that's overtime. See, one of the things that we do is we don't realize how precious and how valuable time is. And we abuse our time simply through procrastination. Procrastination is the biggest killer of time. And the reason we procrastinate is because we don't consider that the time we spend procrastinating, we will never get it back. And how do we procrastinate? We procrastinate through the internet, through our phone, maybe sleeping too much, through video games. Any little distraction that comes our way, we jump at it. We cling to it. Why? Because we are entertained by the distractions. We constantly do the things that are not very important, rather than focusing and going after our goals. Time is always pushing us towards the future. You know the old song, time keeps on slipping into the future. And we can't stop it. All we can do with time is use it. Some of us use it wisely, others of us waste it. The last thing I want to make about time is that really there is no such thing as free time. It comes with a heavy cost. There's really no such thing. There's only managing time. I don't even like using the phrase, I'm killing time, because it hurts me to my soul. It wounds me. Only because I changed the way I think about time. When I do, in fact, waste time, I feel bad. I feel pretty crummy, because those are precious moments, minutes, hours, or a day that I will never get back. And I didn't spend that time, like money, I didn't spend it wisely. Last but not least, the number one reason we waste time is because we don't have respect for time, or we don't have the right perspective of time. It's like I said before, we have to have the right perspective, meaning it is always fleeting. It's like holding sand in our hands. It keeps slipping out, but we can never pick it back up. We can never turn the clock back in real life, not daylight savings time. We can never have a do-over when it comes to time. And I think time deserves our respect. Time, stop wasting it. Stop procrastinating. Stop being distracted and get on with it. Because we've all heard of the deathbed confessional. And it's filled with things that people say they wish they would have done. The things they did not accomplish. All those things are gonna go to their grave. Because in truth, even though I opened the video up with 0 to 90 years old, there's no guarantee any of us are gonna make it to 90. So what are you gonna do with your time? How much time do you have? When are you gonna start living instead of killing time? Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to smash the notification button so you won't miss any videos at all. And once again, conquer with character.